Hi, I'm Anthony St. Clair, beer writer.
And I'm Jodie St. Clair, beer wife.
And this is Peach Farmhouse Saison Ale from Crux Fermentation Project in Bend, Oregon.
I'm so excited that this first beer review is something from Oregon.
Yes, we are very proud Oregonians. Neither of us were born here. We both came here in our own time, in our own way, but we have a very special brewing scene in this state, and we're pretty happy to live here. That's in a place that loves its beer.
Let's open it up.
Yes, that's an excellent idea. So this is a beer that Jodie picked out. This is from the Beer Stein, one of the best beer bars in the country, as a matter of fact, here in Eugene, Oregon. The thing about a saison, and the historical term is saison, it means season. This beer style originated in farms from Belgium, or the French-speaking areas of Belgium, and a bit of northern France. A lot of the times in the States, you might also see farmhouse ale as kind of an all-purpose term. Oh man, that smells incredible.
I can't smell it yet.
Oh.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. Saisons have been one of our favorite styles for a long time. There's a famous brewer and beer writer, Garrett Oliver. He's known for the Brooklyn Brewery out of New York, and numerous books on beer, including his wonderful The Brewmaster's Table. And he talks about how if you absolutely made him choose his favorite beer, it would be a Saison. But what I really love about when he talks about Saison is when he talks about it with food. Garrett Oliver talks about how Saison is the most promiscuous of beers, because it'll go with anything. He talks about having it with Vietnamese food and how it just worked incredibly well. And it's one of the things I've really loved about this style. And if you pinned me down too, I would probably have to say that Saison is about my favorite style, because I can have one anytime, any place, any occasion, any meal. It's going to work.
Oh,
yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, yes.
It's been a little while since I've had a
man.
Saison. That's lovely.
That is so smooth.
You know, even though it's a peach, and some people kind of shy away from the fruity beers, this one is not. It's not overly fruity. It doesn't. It's a really nice balance.
It really is. The peach, if anything, is more in the background, and I think it works really well. You get all of these wonderful characteristics from the yeast. That's what's coming through. The malt is coming through. The snap of the fizz is coming through.
Mm-hmm.
And then just running throughout is this subtle peach note, but it's not smacking you over the head and going, "Hi, I'm a fruit beer."
Yeah. Or like, I taste like a gummy candy.
Exactly.
That's really when it goes too far.
And this nails the things I love about a good Saison. One of the things I really like about a Saison is the finish. You dig into this thing. There's just a little bit of peach in the nose.
Mm-hmm.
You get a lot of good malt. There's a little bit of hop. And beautiful color too. I mean, that is just, it's pale. It's just a little bit cloudy. But when you have a good, robust sip of this thing and just take it all the way down the palate, the finish on it's dry and it's crisp, and it is so refreshing.
It is.
Oh, man.
It's delicious.
What really gets me about Saisons is we almost lost this style of beer. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
So, going back to the bad old days of just big brands that dominated the latter 20th century, this is one of those styles of beer that was kind of
declining.
Yeah, fizzing out, I was going to say. But back in, I think it was the 80s, there was this famous and now sadly deceased beer writer, Michael Jackson. He would go all over the world sampling different beers and wanting to try to understand beer traditions and whatnot. And he was in Belgium. If I remember correctly, the story is that he went to Brasserie Dupont. They had this style called Saison Dupont, and he just adored this beer. And he worked with people to help start getting it imported into the U.S., and that helped bring it back.
Because it's become more popular again, you might have a favorite that you really like, and we would love to hear what your favorite saison is. Maybe it's a local brewery close to you, one, or, one of the big ones, like the DuPont.
The DuPont, the Ommegang. There are definitely some bigger names in the saison world. So please, in the comments below, let us know your favorite saisons. If you can't find Crux, there are lots of other saisons in this country. Because like here in Oregon, we have quite a few. We have a lot of good farmhouse ale producers. But like Allagash in Portland, not Oregon, Portland, Maine, they do a lot of good Belgian styles. They're known for their saisons. Let's see, there was another... Oh, Colorado Springs, there's a brewery called Trinity. I have to do a spring shout out because that's where Jodie's parents live. We've gone to Trinity. It's a really cool place, and their dedication to saison style is pretty darn cool. We mentioned Ommegang. They're from out of Cooperstown, New York. Their Hennepin is a really well-known style and usually pretty easy to find, and it's a really solid beer. So look for anything in a saison. You want that dry finish. You want this nice color. And it's not really about what the brewery adds in. Like the peach in this is cool. And there are breweries that do neat things with different grains or different herbs and spices, different yeast, all of that. But a lot of what you want out of a good saison, the yeast is doing that heavy lifting. A lot of those spice characteristics or other things that may be coming through, often it's not because the brewer was adding something, it's because that's the magic the yeast was working. So those are the definite things to look for.
So if you're watching this on Patreon now, thank you for being a patron. And if you're getting this as a later broadcast and you are interested in becoming a patron, you can look down at the links below. It's a way to support creative people doing creative things, and it would help us to continue to make videos like these and the fiction that Anthony writes.
So thank you so much, and we'll see you in the comments down below, and we will see you at our next beer review. And may you soon have a wonderful beer in your hand too. See you next time.